Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really fascinating twist in the AI chip wars. Just when we thought we knew who the king of the hill was, the story, well, it started to get a whole lot more interesting.
So get this. Over the past month, something pretty wild happened in the stock market. Now, everyone knows the AI superstar is NVIDIA, right? But if you look at the numbers, the old guard, AMD and Intel, have seen their stocks soar at more than double NVIDIA's rate. That is definitely not what most people saw coming.
So what in the world is going on here? Why are these legacy companies suddenly catching fire? Well, the answer reveals a really fundamental shift happening deep inside the engine room of the entire AI revolution.
To really get our heads around this, let's use a simple analogy. I want you to picture the entire AI industry as a massive world-class restaurant kitchen. Super busy, lots of moving parts. Okay, so this kitchen basically runs on two completely different kinds of workers. On one side, you've got the head chef, who's a genius at handling complex orders that have to be done in a specific sequence. And on the other, you have this huge army of prep cooks who are just incredible at doing the same repetitive task over and over again.
First up, we have the GPU, or Graphics Processing Unit. Just think of this as your prep cook army. If you need 10,000 onions chopped all at once, this is your team. They can tackle enormous, repetitive jobs all at the same time. They are absolute masters of working in parallel.
And then you have the CPU, the Central Processing Unit. Now, this isn't your prep cook army. No way, this is your head chef. The chef doesn't chop thousands of onions. Instead, they take a really complex order and figure out all the logical steps. Sear the steak, then make the sauce, then plate the vegetables, in that specific order. They're the masters of logic and sequence.
So for the last few years, this whole AI kitchen has been almost entirely focused on one thing, and one thing only: just learning how to cook. In the industry, they call this the training phase.
During this training phase, the main goal was basically to absorb every cookbook in the world. And for that, the prep cook army, the GPUs, was absolutely essential. They could read millions of recipes all at once, find all the patterns, and build the AI's core knowledge. This is exactly why NVIDIA's GPUs became king.
But here's the pivot. That huge learning phase, it's starting to mature. The AI has learned the recipes, and now the restaurant stores are swinging wide open. The focus isn't just on learning anymore, it's shifting to actually serving customers. And this brings us right into Act 2, the doing phase. In the world of AI, this is known as inference. Inference is what happens when an AI actually uses all that training to perform a specific task. So when you ask it to, say, write an email or plan my vacation, it's not learning anymore, it's doing. It's a logical, step-by-step process, just like a customer walking in and placing a unique order. And this kind of work, it's perfectly suited for the head chef, the CPU.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This shift is being seen at the very top. Intel themselves said it perfectly. As AI moves from training to inference, the demand for their core CPU business is taking off in a big way. The supporting actor is really stepping into the spotlight now.
Okay, so what does this all mean in the real world? What does this shift from the prep cook to the head chef actually mean for the market, for the big tech companies, and for investors?
Well, first off, the potential market here is just enormous. Morgan Stanley is now projecting the data center CPU market could hit a staggering $160 billion by 2030. That's a 60% boost from what they were forecasting before. They see the head chef getting very, very busy.
And you bet Wall Street is reacting. HSBC raised its price target for Intel by a whopping 90%. You've got banks like Stifel and Bank of America issuing huge upgrades for AMD. And this isn't just talk. We're seeing real deals, with giants like Meta and OpenAI signing new contracts with these CPU makers.
And this excitement isn't just about what might happen in the future. The financial results are already starting to show this new reality. The head chefs are already cooking up some seriously impressive numbers.
Just take a look at Intel's recent earnings. While their total revenue growth was a solid 7.2%, their data center and AI division, that's the part that's directly serving this new demand, it grew by a stunning 22% year over year. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding.
So, what's the big takeaway here? The balance of power in the AI kitchen is clearly shifting. The CPU, which a lot of people thought of as the reliable but kind of boring supporting actor, is now stepping up to become a star player. And that sets up a really fascinating question for the future. And that leaves us with one final crucial question to chew on. As these AI agents move from just learning to actively doing things for us, managing our calendars, booking our flights, running our businesses, which role is ultimately going to be more critical to the kitchen of the future? The one that learns all the recipes or the one that actually cooks the meal?